back. I've got my jacket because I've got my heater. How's everyone doing? You alright? Okay, what do I need to do? How's that? A bit more colour? That's a bit better. Bit better. How's everyone doing? So we're back on the charts again now. I've finally moved in. We've got the nest up and running. It's not the best at the moment. I've still got little bits and pieces to do. But, you know, we're in. It's enough to trade from. And more importantly, I've actually got my internet going, which is fantastic because last week, was it last week? We just wasn't having nothing. Wasn't having nothing. Okay, let's get set up then, guys. Give me a minute. I'll get the chat and everything set up, and then we'll get amongst it and see if we can. I've hardly traded in April whatsoever. I think we've took like 2 trades in April. That was it. Where's my bloody clock at? Clock, there we go. Clock for OBS. Copy. Paste. I did test it yesterday as well. See if everything was up and running. Do you know what? Everything worked fantastically. And then I've come on this morning and my clock's disappeared. There we go, guys. Let me get the chat up. Morning, guys. Morning. Good morning, Vin. Good morning, Krish. Good to be back. I feel like I haven't traded for ages. I really do. What's the chat? But we're back now. Back to normal jogging. Moving house, it just disrupts everything, doesn't it? The chat is on. Lovely jubbly. Okay, we're back. What's my voice like? Is it echoey? I feel like it's a bit echoey. I have to get some foam. Good morning, Nick.
Morning.
How are you doing, mate?
Bright and breezy, not.
No work today?
No.
Day off.
Yes.
Getting amongst it. That's what we like. How are you getting on with your trading?
Oh.
Is that all you need to say? Oh, God. Well, we're back on now. We're back up trading. I've had like 2 weeks off or something with moving house, just being a pain in the backside, but we're on now, back to normal jogging. We've hardly took any trades in April, so let's see if we can catch some more trades, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Morning, Crazy Beast. Good to see you, sir. We're on. Okay. Right, guys, I'm going to go straight into it. Now, I say my internet's back up and running, right? I'm still not getting the best of speeds. It's just because it's Wales. It is what it is. I'm waiting for full fibre to come to this area. So it'll be fine once I get full fibre, but we'll see how we get on from here. I've got my jacket on because my heatie hasn't arrived yet for this place, so it's a bit nippy. Right next to the sea. Right guys, let's get into a top downer. Let's go straight into it. I've not looked at the charts. I honestly haven't looked at the charts. So this top down now is the first thing I'm seeing, really. So yeah, we're starting fresh. Let's get these lines off. Okay, so monthly really shot up. Now, what I've noticed about the monthly, there's the previous support there. But what I've noticed about the monthly is you've got no top wick and you've got no bottom wick. However, price has been getting manipulated to get up there. And we know that because when we took that loss, I think it was Japan, it manipulated the price to push because they don't want the dollar to survive, if you like. So it is getting manipulated. So I don't know. We can't go much off the monthly really. I would like us coming back down to tap previous support 2062, which we haven't done yet. But yeah, that's what we've got at the moment. So price can do anything on the monthly. It has done a top wick now. Now could we see this flip to the downside? We've got how many days left? 8 days maybe. This week and Monday and Tuesday, so 5 to 7 days left to trade, and so we'll see what this monthly can do. Ideally we want it to flip to come back below 2063 levels. That's what I would prefer. It'll just make things a lot easier. When you're trading all-time highs, everything's a lot more riskier because you haven't got the data to go. Okay, and then we've pushed massively on the weekly. We're still bullish on the weekly. We've had a wick fill, so until we close bearish on the weekly, we're still currently bullish. Now what we're getting is we're getting a pullback on the weekly. Can this weekly flip to the upside? Now if it is going to flip to the upside and then flip back to the downside, what you'll find is you'll probably get a wick like this, where it'll test the previous wicks. So we should get some sort of wick like that. And the reason I'm saying we should get a top wick this week is because we haven't got one, and none of these broke the highs. This didn't break a high. So in order to drive down, I would think you're going to have to break this high if you want to drive down. Okay, so we're either going to come up, create a top wick and test this one and then flip back to the downside, or we're going to flip and push and create another bullish candle. That's what I would think. But at the minute I'm looking and I'm thinking, okay, this probably needs a top wick on the weekly. So remember that for the story. So that means this candle is likely going to flip to the upside. Now how far will the pullback be? Well, the pullback, I would imagine it's going to come to at least test the low of this wick. So probably around them levels. So I wouldn't really be interested in sellers at the minute on the weekly, because at any point this can pull. But I'm saying here, but it could be there, it could be anywhere really, or could even break the low. But at the minute, I could probably see something like that, and then this candle flip to the upside, because that's what's telling me. Yeah. So we are bullish on the weekly. The daily, now the daily did break out, right? And this is an interesting thing. So what tends to happen is you can either break out and then you just flip and carry on, or you get a fake out. So where you've consolidated here, so we had this test, and then we had how many candles? 1, 2, 3, 4 candles all test this support. Okay, and then what happened is this candle broke the low, only this low though, and then we broke out. Right, then we broke out and broke all the highs, because there's money above here, isn't there? So we broke all the highs. So is this just a liquidity grab in order to drive down, and this is going to be a fake out? That makes sense. So are we going to get a fake out? Now we don't know if we're going to get this fake out until tomorrow when this daily candle closes. So at the minute we're still bullish, because this could flip at any point to the upside with the weekly. Okay, until this candle closes back into the range, we should be fairly straightforward, because if this closes like this, we should then get a top wick and then flip to come and fill the rest of the range, which is only here though. This is the thing. The daily range is only there until you break below that. Quite clean traffic below that, but we haven't broke below it yet, have we? Okay, so this daily, you've just got to be careful with this. This could easily flip back to the upside, or you could get a fake out on the daily, which could really catch you out today, because you're expecting bullish momentum off the weekly and the daily, and then the daily fakes you out and you actually push down. So very risky day at the moment, the way these daily candles have set up. Okay, especially when we've already done a steep bottom wick. And now what have you noticed with this is you would have expected price to come here anyway because there's no bottom wick, right? But now you've broke this low, so now it's got liquidity to now flip to the upside, back up if it wants to. So I'd just be very careful if you are trading at the moment. So the daily's bullish, but yes, we understand how price works, and we know we could get a fake out on the daily. So 4 hour, let's have a look at the 4 hour. So what have we got on the 4? So, now areas for me on the 4, we've got a minor support. I would probably say that. So we've got a support here, and then we've got a support here. That's probably the range we're in. So if we got a forward close below here, I would probably be looking at top wick. I need the top wick to break the high, and then I'd look at sell stops underneath. Fairly straightforward. The reason why I would need a top wick to break the high first, because I understand the daily could flip at any point, and I need to rule out the fake out, because we could just get a fake out back in like that, and then that's it, we're coming back up, and that's the daily flip and that's the weekly flip, and it won't be coming back to your entry point. So if we got a 4 hour close below here at 2360.50, and then we got a top wick and we broke the highs, I'd be looking at sell stops to come down to fill this range down to 23, 28. Yeah. So now that's for sells. That's the only way I could sell really, probably off the 4 hour. So let's put this on as sells below. What we'll do is we'll put sells below 4 hour closure. Only on the 4 hour closure. And then we need to break the highs, remember, and then come down. Okay, so that's the 4. I don't really take much notice of the 3 and the 2. I just like to flick on them. Oh, look at that 2. So the 2's in. So the 1 hour has just closed. So where's the 1 hour, right? So we've got a 1 hour. I'd say that's the one. Let's get rid of this for now. Till we do the 1 hour. So yeah, we'd probably say we'll like that. So we've had a 1 hour breakout now, right? Got a 1 hour breakout. So this is the thing with not much data. The only thing we've got to go off is this. That is it. 1. And it actually come down to 23.38. So that's probably the target the hourly is going to reach. I'm just thinking, could we take a wing back buy back up? Maybe just mark this off. So 1 hour breakout, and then all we got is the new hour didn't pull back much at all and came down and filled the range. And I don't really want to sell down because the daily, yes, the 4 hours broke out. No, it hasn't. The 2 hours broke out, but the daily could flip and the weekly could flip. Good morning, Sharif. So what can we do then? So we've had an hour. What if we took? Now what I would be really interested in is if we got a fake out here on the hour, if the hour closed back into the range, we could wait for a bottom wick to break the lows, and then we could buy back up. Because if you look at these as well, look at all this. Look how many no top wicks there's there. So when you get loads with no top wicks, what you'll find is price will aggressively at some point drive back through. It might not be from here though, it might be from down here. We don't know until it does it. But that's what you tend to get. You know, price is probably going to come back up to clear all this out before going the direction it wants to go. So what can we do here? So we've got a minor range here at so could we take what's that? Wow. Couldn't do that. What if we took a wing back? The only way I'd look for sells really, I can't really take a wing back, I need the 4 to close. So I can't really take sells because the 4 currently is still respecting this minor support here. This one here. You haven't had much of a top wick, you've got no top wick here. But the thing is though, you broke the high, so you've got liquidity to drive down. You've probably got enough liquidity to drive through this range down to 23, 27. So we've got a few contradictions at the minute. 3, 2. But I'm thinking if we can get an aggressive push back up, the 2, isn't it? So there's the 2, there's the 1. So I would imagine if we come and tap previous support, or if we can tap 23.69, I'd probably look at sell stops below. That's the only way I would sell. But if we tap 23.69, we'll look to sell below 23.55, and our advantage point would be this fair support 23.49, because they all tend to come back down. But this could easily just flip now. This could flip at any point really to the downside. Oh, good morning, mate. So that's the 1 hour. So about the 30s, no top wick, loads of no top wicks here. 30, 15. Very. If you're looking at getting into trades at the minute, gotta be very, very careful at the minute. Price is in an area where it's in its ambush area for them. So it could easily flip back to the upside now and fake it out to the downside. Or it could drive straight through. So it's a bit tricky at the minute. Typical, isn't it? I thought, you know what, I'll jump on the chat. It'll be nice and straightforward this morning. So for me to take a setup at the minute, I'm going to have to wait for this hour needs to either come and tap 23.69 and then I can sell below, or I get a fake out closing back in and I can buy up. Or if we tap previous support, could we wait for a lower time frame like 15 or a 5? So for example, if price comes up and taps previous support 23.60, we could just take a 5-minute close below 23.55 to come down. That would probably confirm the wick fill to the downside. Let me turn on the Meraki. There's my Asian. Because we haven't even tapped previous support at the minute. Thinking, could we take a wing back buy then from 23.48? Because they all tend to, when they tap 23.48, they then got to come back up to tap 23.59. Same again here. Here doesn't quite tap it there, but tap straight back up, tap straight back up. We broke the low now. So if we don't tap 23.60 and we come down and tap 23.48, we could potentially buy from 23.48, and that's us going off the daily to flip to the upside, the weekly to flip to the upside. The only thing what's bearish at the minute is the 4, but the 4 is currently respecting the previous support. But the only thing what's put me off that idea is we broke all these highs with this, so that is enough liquidity to get through this. So does that mean we might fly straight through this? Could we fly straight through this? It's a lot. It's a big stop. These are big ranges. These. You would need stops below that, really. Whether we're going to get that fake out on the daily, that's what could catch you out here. You ideally need stops below these. Buys back up. We've got 1 hour 40 left for the 4 to close. The 2's actually broke out and it's in a clean traffic range down, but it's whether you're going to get that fake out. The 1's the same, so the 1's broke out and in that clean traffic range down, but you might get faked out on the 4. The 4 hasn't broke out yet. I think we see what this hour is going to do. We see what this hour is going to do. See if we get a fake out back in. The thing with these fake outs is you might have to wait longer, because if you look at that, this actually broke back into the range. Then you would need a bottom wick, which you got, and then you would have your buy stop on. It wouldn't get activated on this one. It actually comes back down to tap. So does it have to come and tap 23.38 to come back up? Interesting. Let's have a look at these 15s on this wing back area. Another one there as well. So you've got one there and you've got one here. It just filters you, John, I think. YouTube just doesn't like you, I don't think. No one else, just you, mate. Came straight through there. So we've had a 15 close bullish. So what is this 15 doing? We need to come and tap 23.60. wick below, back up. And what were the 30s doing? Plausible argument. Yeah. 30s broke below. This is the thing, we haven't got much data to go off it at all here. We've got that. That's all we've got. Pullback, flips down. Comes and taps 23.48. They all tend to tap 23.48. So the only issue we've got is we haven't had a pullback, which worries me. And the 4 is not broke out. But yes, we are bearish on the 4. If you look at the 4, you've got no top wick here, but the 4 got a minor support here where you've closed respecting, like that. And then you've created you broke the lows, so you've now got liquidity now to flip to the upside if you want to flip. So could we take a buy from 23.48? I have to wait for this hour to close, guys. On the 30, the 30 is the next one to close. So what's the 30 doing? Is this 30 going to close like this or flip? If we came back, if we on the way down here, if we were something like, if we'd done that and then we'd broke out, I'd be in on this for sell stops underneath coming down, because we would have had the liquidity to push the rest. Yeah, but the issue I've got is we're so bearish that all these were no top wicks. We could easily just fly straight back through, and if you take a sell stop, that means if you do get activated, you're not coming back to get out. You haven't got an advantage point. And that's what I don't like. But it's Monday, first day on the charts. We need to let some candles grow, if you like. We need some more candles. How do I sound on YouTube, John? I'm a bit echoey. I've got my rock lamp as well, guys. Got my rock lamp. I always wanted one. Not really. Okay, cool. What are you gonna do? Monday, very quiet on the news today. Could be a fraction better. I wouldn't know how to do that. Do we need to come back up to tap 2364? That's the question. And if we do that, are we going to maybe do something like this? Or are we going to come straight back in? I think I'm going to have to wait for this hour, guys, really. I need to see if we're still going to respect this area. This one. Or whether we're going to close back in. And if we close back in, in case of a bottom wick, and then maybe come back up. But you need the bottom wick to maybe break the previous wick, like the lows. Like that. To come back up. We're pushing. Sounds like an 8 out of 10 instead of a 10 out of 10. Oh, right. Now, is this 4 going to push back up? That's the question. Is this 4 going to close respecting? Or is it going to close respecting 2361? That's the main forward support there. Or we're going to break at the lows. I'm just thinking, because if the 4 is going to break to the low, you're going to have to pull back, tap previous support anyway. So couldn't we just buy up now? These stops are huge, man. Really sucking us in that. So can you see where we are sort of struggling? So what you needed with Meraki, you need a higher time frame break, right? Or close respecting or whatever. And then you can start looking at the lower time frame entries. So our higher time frame, close respecting a minor support. It is a minor support, but it's still a support. Then we've pushed down. So is this going to close doji or flip back to the upside? And if we flip back to the upside, are we going to close something like that where we're going to fill this range back up at 23.87 and have a big long wick down like that? So is that what we could get, or are we going to break out? Because if we break below here and then we pull back, tap previous support, and if we do flip, we should come and fill the range down 23.38. But at the minute, we've just got a bit of a barrier to take sells at the moment. So I am just a bit cautious with sells, and especially that's why I'm saying if we wait for the hour, because if we get a fake out on this hour, we could probably look to buy back up from here, because you've had the fake out to the downside now. I'm sat here with my down jacket on. Anybody caught any trades over the last 2 weeks? Any good ones? Or catch anything this morning?
Hello, Peter. You alright?
Hello, how are we doing?
Alright, Lee. I caught a few last week.
Did you?
Some guns, aye.
Are you home now, Lee?
I just got home on Saturday, mate.
Oh, yeah. How long are you home for?
Wait. I'm meant to be starting a new job in Dubai, so I might be only home for like a week and a bit.
Oh, really? Bloody hell, man.
So I'm just waiting for the stuff at Dubai. That's all I'm waiting for. Otherwise, it's back to Africa.
At least you'll have better internet in Dubai, though.
Oh, mate, my car's been over there now, and he's been hit by thunderstorms and what have you. He was waiting in the taxi queue for 7 hours.
Really? I heard it's really bad, isn't it?
Oh,
didn't they have like 2 years worth of rain in like a day or something?
I had people flying on jet skis apparently.
Oh, yeah. Mad. Going to do your shopping on a jet ski?
That's what they were doing, aye.
Nice.
Crazy, man. Crazy. Right, I'll come off there and grab a cup of tea, mate.
Yeah, no worries,
well,
mate.
Yeah, I'm here watching. No,
Yeah.
man.
No worries, mate.
Right.
What's the 30 done? So the 30 hasn't done much really. It's closed bullish the 30, but it's not driving back up aggressively. So yeah, we're gonna have to wait for this hour. This hour could flip and drive down though. I sort of don't want it to tap this. I think to drive up you're gonna have to tap this at least, but they all tend to tap 23.38. So what would be ideal is an hour close back in, okay, and then 1 hour break the lows and then flips. That would be perfect for us. That would be nice for us to come back up. There'd be enough liquidity there to get to fully fill the range back up to 23.76. Yeah, 30 minutes. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna put my tunes on, right? I want to see what the internet's like. Oh, 20. At best not. 97. 86. I did test it all last night, even with the kids online. They were playing online, and I did test it and it was alright. I'm always a bit cautious. I might have to put tunes on with the outside source. Yeah. Anybody watch the Man U game yesterday? I actually didn't watch it, but when I seen the scoreline, I was like, and heard how crap Man U were. Been itching to get back on the charts, guys. 2 weeks I've just been absolutely non-stop from morning till night, grafting to get this up. TVs up, pictures, you know, sorting crap out. Boys' rooms, painting. I hate painting. My worst thing to do, painting. Is this hour gonna flip? Look at the 30. Don't think it is. I'm just thinking if we can just get a sneaky 30 minutes down 1 hour. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait for the hour, guys, right? Okay. We're in for one. Gosh. Okay, I'm gonna try and put my tunes on. Try. Oh, is that too loud? Can you hear that on YouTube, John? All good, yeah? Okay, I'll be back in a second, guys. Ooh. How are we looking? I was not moved. That's what we thought. I need to get a light, I think. I haven't got my LEDs in yet. See, it's not a trading dead until you have LEDs in, is it? That's like the rule. I also get the glass for the door. I'm getting a glass and some nice blinds on. And yeah, we should be all done at that point. I'm also getting here, I'm getting made a, it's like not grass, but it's like flowers on the wall, but greenery with LED in it, XAUUSD. Be nice, won't it? Oh, it'd be lovely that, wouldn't it? Really nice. Really nice. So we're just waiting on this hour to close, guys. Just do what you need to do, grab a brew. We've got 19 minutes, we can't really do much until this 19 minutes is over. pushing back up now. $12 minutes for the close. Let's have a look at if we get our close back into the range, right? What we would need then. What would we need then? We would need. I'd need a break of the lows. So what we would need is something like this. So I would need our close back in, back above here, and then I would need a break of the lows. So I would need the next hour come back, break the previous wick, and then we can get buy stops on the other end to come back up. That's the only way I could get in on this one. Okay, at the moment. However, if we do get that hour close back in as well, I would be interested as well of the wing back buy, because at that point you've closed back into the range. We could potentially take a wing back buy from either 23.48 or 23.38. Yeah, so we could look at that. But I would need that fake out. If we don't get that fake out, right, and if the hour close is respecting, got to be very careful, because just because this hour doesn't close back in doesn't mean that the next hour